Thank you so much for being here.
It's so awesome that you guys came out all the way to Granville from New York, you know, the travel destination of the year. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, so we have a couple questions for you guys. It's been 2 years since your last album, Clash the Truth, came out. What does Beach Fossils have in store for the future? Are you guys going on tour? Are you guys recording? What's up?
Yeah, right now we're just recording. I've been working on a lot of different stuff myself. I started a record label, and that's been keeping me super busy. And I also have a bunch of side projects. So working on all that, and then working on like new Beach Fossils material, but as a band, which is like how we've never really done it before. We're like writing kind of everything is like shared, and you know, kind of slowly but surely getting there. We've just been sort of taking our time with it. So, you know, no plans for like a release date or anything.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so your record label, Captured Tracks, is relatively new, but has found success with your band, Mac DeMarco and Dive. Considering most of the music from the Brooklyn scene, how has the scene shaped your sound and allowed for you guys to grow as artists?
I don't think that like anything that's going on in our area is like affecting our music at all. If anything, it's kind of the opposite, because like whatever's going on, it's like we don't want to be doing that, you know. I guess it inspires you in that way to like kind of always stay original and like always like not be doing what everybody else is doing. I mean, there is like a really nice community of artists where like everyone really gets along and everyone kind of helps each other out and everybody hangs out and stuff. And like regardless of genre or anything, like, you know, it kind of breaks all that down. But as far as like creatively or stylistically, I don't think it has any sort of impact on us at all.
Okay, so like about the creative process, like how is it typically a Beach Fossils song like crafted and made? Like what's your process?
It's always so different. I mean, it used to just be me recording by myself, but now like one of us will bring a riff in, you know, to the space, and everybody will just kind of start layering on top of it, and it happens like really naturally. A lot of the times when we're working on stuff, like we don't even talk, because it just sort of grows in this way. And we're always trading off instruments too, you know, and like, you know, none of us are writing, like I'll write the bass for the verse and then we'll switch and I'll write the guitar for the chorus or something, you know, and yeah, it's always different.
Awesome. So I'm curious as to some of your biggest external influences and if you're more influenced by like modern music or if you look to the past more.
I think for all of us that's a really different answer. I think it's a blend of the two. You know, I love, you know, I've been really interested in like a lot of more, I mean, you know, Tommy's a jazz musician and I love jazz, and that always has like sort of an impact. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, mainly I've just been listening to a lot of rap, and there's clearly no influence in the sound from that. I think I try not to really think about what the sound is coming from, you know. But I don't know, I guess a lot of bass-heavy music and like a lot of psychedelic music has had influence on what I'm playing. Because like for most of the new songs, I've just been writing the bass.
All right, awesome. So like as a group, you, like the creative process and working together, what are like some of the struggles that you have to like work on as like a group to like overcome and make your music like come alive?
I don't know. Maybe you guys can answer.
Even getting there all at the same time, getting into the space,
Yeah.
waiting on someone to wake up maybe, because our sleeping schedules are so insane, all of ours, but I don't know, struggles. I think it's pretty fun, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. There's not really any struggles. You know, it's.
I think the biggest thing is probably definitely have like a high standard for like what we're jamming with, what we're doing. So it's like we could jam for like, you know, or we play for maybe like a week or so, but then it's like, you know, you have to trim the fat off that and like maybe try to come up with what's the best sections of this
Right.
area and kind of patchwork things together and really just concentrate on trying to make a potent track instead of having like all these jams or whatever.
Yeah, everything's been all about just riffs. It hasn't been about writing a song. It's not like we'll get together and write a song beginning to end. Like, it's been over, you know, a year or like a year and a half or something. We're just writing pieces. And then after a while, we're like, oh, this one could like work in this song, and then we could, you know, put this one, and like, you know, and so we're kind of like all taking these little pieces of songs that we've written over the years and putting them together and making them in like whole, you know, entire pieces.
Awesome. Cool. So lastly, we wanted to ask more about, like, since we're an independent college radio and we focus on mostly independent artists and music, has college radio played a role in this sharing of your music at all? Would you be aware of it even?
Yeah, well, because of like starting a label myself, I, you know, deal with like a lot of college radio and understand how that has like a big impact on the way that people listen to music and find out about music. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I mean, the college stations are the only stations in the United States that I think play good music. You know, I mean, it's all about taking risks, and there's a lot of independent music played. It's really cool, and I think the only thing that even comes close to that I can think of is like if you listen to like the BBC or something. You know, but you don't really get that in the United States.
I mean, even like personally for me, it's like I think like a large portion of my music education even came when I joined the radio station when I was at Virginia Tech, WBT, there, and like just like libraries of music going in, like, you know, burning all the CDs, you know, before I could, you know, tour with them. But yeah, and it was also definitely like invaluable for me, at least, just like educationally, and I think a lot of people too on campus. It's like you're listening to the same like Spotify stations or whatever, and people, you know, are just kind of doing the same playlist. But then it's like, yeah, listen to college radio. I think it's eye-opening.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.